The long-awaited gameplay trailer for Farming Simulator 25 is here, including new equipment, baby animals, and even tornadoes. Sound also plays a big role in this video, so make sure you pay attention to everything that you hear. I'm so excited. Let's check it out. Oh man, now this is what we've been waiting for. So much is showcased in such a short amount of time, with the trailer totaling just over 2 minutes long. Now's also a good time to say, hey, if you haven't pre-ordered Farm Sim 25 yet, check the link in the description, just saying. So let's break this trailer down. The opening scene shows the Riverbend Springs water tower with low-lying fog in the distance, and it looks like it's early morning. We can also see a few fields in the distance, as well as a silo system on the left side, and a windmill with a few other smaller items in the middle of the screen. There's also a few cars driving in the distance on the left-hand side, but we can barely see those because of the fog. Our next scene is from one of the screenshots that we received a few weeks ago. This is Sunset Sunflower Farm, with the farmer's market in the background, as well as one of the coaches that I think we'll be able to build at the Coach Builder production. There is nothing really new in this screenshot, as it's something that we've already seen before. The title credits bring us the Farming Simulator 25 logo with a New Holland tractor driving at the bottom of the screen. Of course, we have quite a few fields in the background, as well as that red barn that was shown off with the spinach blog a few weeks ago. I wonder if the red combine harvester's still hiding in the shed at the end. Next, we get to see baby animals. Cows make up the first scene, with calves standing and prancing around the field. They're so cute. As far as I can tell, there's only 2 sizes of cattle here, although it almost looks like the calves have 2 different sizes in their own. We also get to see a New Holland tractor in the background with a smaller implement on the back. One other big thing that we see here is the grass. It's very different from anything that we've seen in the past, and I imagine some are going to love it and some are going to hate it. We also don't know anything about grazing yet, though I will ask. Speaking of the coach builder, we get to see the coach building again from a different angle this time, with a Magdon swather coming through, swathing up a grain crop. I think it's wheat, but I'm not sure. This is the same Magdon 1240 machine and the D140XL header that we've seen before. It's always great to see them from a different angle as well. The animation on the reel also looks super good. The teeth are actually flipping over like they should be. And if you want to get any of this Magdon stuff, you are going to have to pre-order Farm Sim 25 or buy it separately once the game is out as a DLC item. Our next shot is of the Oxbow MKB4TR Spinach Harvester. It's a long name and a long harvester as well. This is another new machine that we've already seen, and it's got a very interesting looking header on the front of it. It's driving on a pathway between fields with spinach at the forefront of the screen, and again, low-lying fog in the background. The lights also only shine on certain blades of grass in front of the machine as it drives along, which is another new feature coming with FS25. Then we transition to this tractor, or at least the back of this tractor. Is that a Challenger? It's either that or maybe another yellow tractor, a Valtra? Not sure. I know Giants wants to showcase new equipment and tease us in videos like this, but it would be really nice just to get a full view of this thing. Still a great teaser as it drives along the road. We also get to see this tractor later in the video. It's little baby piggy time! Cows are not the only ones getting baby animals. Piglets are also coming to Farming Simulator 25 with 3 very distinct sizes of pigs here. We have the smallest on the left, medium small just to the right of them, and larger adult pigs. There's also a little one in the background with darker colors, which shows itself in the next screen, barely getting its head over the grass. These are super cute, and I may actually have to have pigs on my farm in 25 just to have little baby piggies running around. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. The little darker one's actually a new coloring as well that we haven't seen before. A darker body with a pink nose and ears. Our next shot is of the Case IH Steiger 715 Quad Track, pulling what looks to be the Bednar Swifter Disc XE, which is a massive disc carry with a 12.4 meter working with in real life. Looks like it's going to be working some recently harvested ground with weeds everywhere in the field. Again, the sun is coming through the trees in the distance with fog diffusing the light. There's also a barn at the top left and a farmhouse in the top middle of the screen, but we can't really see much detail because of that fog. Our next set of screens is of the Massey Ferguson 9S pulling the Novag T-Force Plus Seeder. Now, they have a full line of these, but judging by the bulge on the front, I would suspect either this is the 850 or 950 model. Novag has been in Farm Sim before, actually, but only as a mod. Back in Farm Sim 19, we had the Novag T-Force Plus 640, which is a smaller version of this. The machine's actually a monster. Check out those moving parts. Base game equipment is known for being pretty high quality in Farm Sim, but I don't think we've ever seen anything like this from anyone other than like Custom Modding, JHHD, and maybe a few others. This is just one more thing to add to the list of improvements from previous games. The more detail and realistic behavior, the better. After fading from black, we're back with the Oxbow MKB4TR spinach harvester, with a Fendt in the background and a big green Brantner trailer. We'll be able to see these later, so don't worry. With spinach being the new crop in Farm Sim 25, they would definitely be showing it off a lot in this video, and they have, along with the equipment to match it, of course. We've actually gotten really good looks at this harvester already, but not in video form. It's super highly detailed. It's really nice to see a brand like Oxbow being expanded for future games. Then the rain comes. The dry road turns to wet quickly, with water splashing on the ground, and even water trickling down, like the view that we're seeing is from the player's perspective or something like that. I think this is probably a glitch that needs to be worked out before the release, but it's just a guess. It's also important to note that the road is moving with the terrain and not just being flat like we're used to seeing. This is also a new feature coming with Farm Sim 25, and one of the ones that I'm looking forward to the most, where the roads are not solid flat pieces anymore. They roll with the landscape. And now, speaking of rolling, the clouds roll in and darkens that landscape. Rain droplets form on the windows of the Oxbow harvester, even being seen on the beacon light, and the wipers are moving. I'm not sure if every piece of equipment has a set way that water droplets appear, or maybe it's just random. This is not an easy thing to do, so I imagine Giant Software have some magical way of making it all work. Dark clouds cover the land, with trees moving side to side, and the grass moving quickly in the wind, with rain pouring from the sky above. Actually, I'm not sure if that's grass or not. This almost looks like a large field of rice, right? It looks like rice. With it being another new crop Farm Sim 25, I wouldn't be surprised if they added it in. And that thought is confirmed, I believe, by the next clip. This John Deere S7 combine harvester comes to a halt, harvesting rice, with the 9R in the background pulling what I believe is a J&M grain cart and an older semi-truck with some grain trailers. We actually stay on this screen for what feels like forever, almost 5 seconds. Gives us a really good look at that rice crop, the rain, and that beautiful John Deere S7. But then, one of the most awesome sequences in the entire video plays out. This was indeed a J&M grain cart, the X1112 Extended Reach. It holds 1,130 bushels, which is 39,820 liters. It is available with singles, walking tandem duals with 2 wheels in the middle and 2 on the outside, and tracks. It is a beast, but I'm guessing that's probably not what you're looking at. You're probably looking at that semi-truck in the foreground. This is an International Dranstar 2 Eagle. The model was first introduced in 1974 and continued production through 1980, and it was available with multiple different engines from International, Detroit Diesel, Caterpillar, and Cummins. It is such a beautiful truck and the perfect addition to Farming Simulator 25. So far, the oldest thing that we've gotten in the base game is the Max Superliner 6x4 that came with Farm Sim 22. This TranStar 2 definitely takes that record now. You may have also noticed the character player running on the right-hand side of the screen. Again, another shot of our player outside of the vehicle in third person. They also look older, which is a new thing to Farm Sim 25. Previously, everybody looked like they were in their mid-30s. And of course, when it's raining, there's water on everything, making the tires very shiny and the equipment kind of muted, although I don't think the equipment's fully soaking wet yet. Then there's a flash of light, meant to imitate lighting. I should learn how to say the word flash. And in comes the bad weather, complete with a tornado. That's right. It's picking up debris and throwing it all over the place. The trees are going back and forth, the grass is moving, and it's raining as hard as it can. Giants have teased bad weather earlier, but was not expecting this. Tornadoes! They're coming to Farm Sim. Here we get another look at it from a silo with the sunflowers painted on it and a field off to the right-hand side. Again, more rain and the storm is just a-going. For those of you that have had to deal with tornadoes in real life, this could actually be a very unnerving sight. It certainly is for me, and I've never even had to deal with tornadoes before. And I'm hoping that we could turn these off in case you don't want them, but I don't actually know if we could do that yet or not. Here's another shot from down low under some wooden stairs. This kind of gives off a Twisters movie vibe, as the first scene in the original was from a cellar, kind of like this. It's kind of creepy. And almost a first-person view of the tornado itself, like you are the tornado. The winds are just racing from one side to the other. This is a true massive storm that I would not want to be caught in. You can also see the field down below, which looks to be getting damaged from the storm. There's also some equipment still in the background, but nothing working in the fields. I'm sure they've stopped work by now. It would be kind of cool if the equipment got picked up and thrown around the map, but it's also something that is not shown in the video. Again, another look from the side of the field, showing the true scale of that tornado beside the grain elevator on the left. And a shot by the water with a sign reading Pill Ferry, operated by the Arkansas State Highway and Transportation Department. So probably no surprise what state we're in, I would guess. And it's probably no surprise who hosts the best servers for Farming Simulator, G-Portal. They host premium game servers for all kinds of games, and are confirmed to have servers for Farming Simulator 25 as well. You'll be able to play day one with your friends no matter where they are in the world. G-Portal also still provides servers for other Farming Simulator games, including Farm Sim 22, 19, 17, 15, and 13. Farm Sim 22 was actually the first time they ever hosted servers for Xbox and PlayStation players, proving to be the best way to play with your friends no matter what platform you're on. And don't worry, they'll have servers for you guys on Farm Sim 25 as well. There's some major advantages to using a G-Portal server over a standard multiplayer game. You've got complete control over your server, your mods, your access, and the best thing is you can run it 24/7 or even pause the game when nobody's in. And I've actually just gotten word right now that G-Portal are working on getting Farming Simulator 22 and 25 on the same game clouds, making switching over from one game to the other even easier. This is a really big deal. You can get your very own server, Farm Sim 22, right now. Then once November 12th rolls around, swap over to Farm Sim 25 and keep playing. Also, if you're big into racing games like I am, they've also got servers for games like Assetto Corsa Competizione, Project Cars, and Wreckfest, not to mention ATS and ETS. Check out my link in the description for 10% off all game servers right now, and big shouty outy to G-Portal for their continued support on the channel. You rock. Believe it or not, the tornado is still going. Here's the shot from above the map, still with the rain showering down and the winds just blowing. The trees are also moving a lot in this view. And our last shot is here, a high push in on the storm with a farm right behind it. And of course, we had to get one more shot of that international semi-truck running away from the storm. I'm sure it'll be plenty fast to get away from a tornado. And just as quickly as it started, it's all over. All that's left is the destruction left by the tornado. Our fields are ripped up, the trees have been destroyed, and it's clear the path that the tornado went. This is such an epic addition to the game and something that I never thought we would be seeing. And speaking of seeing those God rays? Man, they look good. So then, with the storm over, let's get back to work. We've got the return of our New Holland. This is the T7, I believe a Blue Power Edition, and a Grimmy Matrix 1800 seeder. Specifically, the seeder is labeled as a sugar beet seeder on the Grimmy website, so more new equipment for different crops. You can also see the sun shining off the wet field and the tire tracks being left behind in the mud. I would also guess that we could probably plant other planter crops with this as well, but that's just a guess. We've also got another new piece of equipment, a telehandler from Cinnabogin. I'm not sure the exact model, but all of the telehandlers from this brand that I see online all have a cabin that raises up, which is super cool and something we've never seen before. Vint also has one of these, but I don't think we'll see that in the base game. I want to though, that'd be so cool. This one is feeding hay to our cattle of all ages. Now we get to see our workers back in the big field with the John Deere 9R, the J&M grain cart, the International Transstar 2 Eagle semi-truck, and a better look at the semi-trailers. These are the Load King Prestige Super B trailers, looking epic. I'm pretty sure they're in a rice field as well, finishing up that rice harvest. We also get to see that J&M reaching over to dump into the Load King trailers. This is super awesome right here. Check out that animation. Man, J&M's such a great addition to the game. Again, we get teased with what I think is that Challenger tractor. I'm like 99% sure that's what we're seeing here with some big old duals. And as far as I can tell, it's the same tractor from the beginning of the video. Of course, you can't miss that Great Plains seeder, the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500. This is a 15-footer or about 4.57 meter working width. It looks to be seeding on cultivated ground. Then back to the Oxbow spinach harvester, overloading its crop into that Fendt tractor with the Brantner powered tube trailer. Just absolutely beautiful machines here. And a peek back over to the Load King Prestige Super B at the John Deere S7, finishing up the rice harvest. And one last pass with what I think is a foul truck, coming with the base game again. Finally, stunning. Oh, and if you had, the video will end with a baby goat on your bingo card, you win. Well, at least we knew that 2 animals would be coming to Farm Sim 25. We'd already seen water buffalo, so it was only a matter of time before we saw the other one, goats. And it makes me super happy that they're so cute. Goats in previous farming simulator games, though they've had to be modded, kinda look demonic. So this is a breath of fresh air. It's so cute. And that's it, our ending scene with the pre-order now text, available November 12th, 2024. If you still haven't pre-ordered yet, now is a great time to do so. You can check the link in the description, which will take you to pre-orders for both the base game as well as the year 1 bundle. Man, this was such a wild ride, from the quiet, serene intro to the fantastic machines, cute baby animals, epic weather, demolished crop, destroyed trees, to finishing harvest and getting back to normal after the storm. Farming Simulator 25 looks to be bringing lots of things that players all around the world have been wanting to see. However, one thing we haven't seen yet is the Asian or European map shown off in-game, as all the screenshots so far and the videos now have showcased Riverbend Springs, the USA map. Fingers crossed that we get to see the other 2 maps very soon. So, is there anything that I missed? Was there anything that you saw that you wanted to hear me talk more about? Maybe there was something that you saw that you want me to know about. Hey, let me know all of those down in the comment section below. If you have any questions, let me know, and you can check out some of the other videos that are on screen right now for more Farming Simulator 25 coverage. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you later.